ladies. My name is Menina Gibbons, Executive Senior Cadillac Sales Director in Los Angeles, California, and the proud director of the $1 Million Dream Team, one of the top units in the entire nation, officially on target and tracking to finish as a $1 million unit this year. And I am so excited to come to you today with one of my absolute favorite topics: change your thoughts and change your life. Let me tell you, I have been working on my thought life for so many years now. It's like when you first start going to the gym and you are like not really wanting to go, but you go, and then you start learning the exercises and you're sore at first and you really don't want to go back and continue, but you continue. And as you continue, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because really, if you can change your thoughts, if you can change what you are speaking, you can change what is playing out in your life. Your life is just like a slide projector. So whatever you drop into it is what is going to flash out onto your life. It's just like a slide projector. So it's important that your most dominant and predominant thought be a great one, because your most dominant and predominant thought is what you will get. So let's dive into this. As you know, the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. When we become what we think about. So it's important that we think the right thoughts. Your beliefs create your reality. They have a huge impact on how you feel and what you do, and they provide the lens through which you experience everything. Not some things, but everything. To put it simply, your beliefs lead to your thoughts. Your thoughts create your feelings. Your feelings translate into action or inaction a lot of times, and your actions are responsible for results in your life. So beliefs lead to thoughts, lead to feelings, lead to action, leads to result. So if you want different results, when you need to make sure your beliefs are set up for success. If you want different results, you need to make sure your beliefs are set up for success. Here's how. Okay, step number 1. Let's pick a result in your life that you're not happy with right now. Let's look at this example. Okay, so pick a result in your life that you're not happy with right now. And then number 2, work backwards. And we're going to go through an example. Work backwards based off of the above formula that I just gave you to uncover the belief that's creating the outcome you don't want. Okay, so beliefs equal thoughts equals feelings equals actions equals results. So in this example, we're going to work backwards. Let's look at a result. So let's just say that the result is that I'm not making enough money with my Mary Kay business. Let's go back to the step before that. Action. What actions or inactions are giving you these results? For example, I don't have enough customers. I'm not holding parties or enough parties, or maybe I'm not working well on virtually, or haven't taught myself to work well on virtual, or I'm not marketing my business the way that I could be, or as well as I could be. Let's back that up a step further and go to the feeling. How do you feel when you think about the situation of I'm not making enough money? Maybe you feel scared that you'll never make enough money, or scared that you won't attract enough customers, and worried that your business may fail. Let's go back to the step before that, the thought that led to that feeling. Thoughts. What thoughts are causing those feelings? Maybe thoughts of I'm not good enough. I'm not good at being in front of camera and working virtually. What if I say the wrong thing? What if I do the wrong thing? What if I don't do all of those thoughts that we have? Maybe you have a thought of, I don't want to be a pushy salesperson. I don't want to really ask people to help me. Okay, so let's back it up to before that. What is the belief behind that thought? What could have led you to those thoughts? What belief? Maybe that's something that you grew up with, or maybe something that could have led you to those thoughts. The example of that may be that maybe you have a belief that selling is manipulative and it's ingenuine, or only slimy people are salespeople. Or maybe you have the belief of like, oh, all salespeople are like the man that comes to the house and rings the doorbell and throws some mud on your carpet and like shows the vacuum and all that. So you may have these underlying beliefs that have led to the thoughts, that led to the feeling, that led to the actions that are currently giving you the results. So the third step in this is learning how to change that belief so that you take better actions and then you get better results. So let's look at that. How do you change those beliefs so that you take better actions and get the best results for your business? Well, one of the ways that you can change those beliefs is dealing with something called limiting belief. And I've had them. I still have them. Sometimes in this day, I do this exercise I'm getting ready to tell you to do. But I've had limiting beliefs where they're just things that are not, they're not true, but we still have these beliefs, like some of them are just deep rooted. So let's talk about some limiting beliefs. The first thing that you want to do when you're working with limiting beliefs and trying to figure out, like, what are these things? You want to take a fresh sheet of paper and draw a line down the center of it, okay? And you're going to write, on the left side, you're going to write my limiting beliefs. And on the right side, you're going to put the truth. Okay. The truth is kind of like an affirmation. So first, let's talk about some things, some thoughts that may, beliefs that we may have. So one may be, it's hard for me to meet people, or where am I going to meet people? And it's a pandemic. Like, how am I going to get any customers? I can't do this. I'll never have enough money. I'll never get ahead. It's hard to find new customers. I'll never get this done. I'll never become a director. So things like that, those are what's called limiting beliefs. They're not true, but they're things that, little creepy thoughts that come in here, negative thoughts that we believe. And that's what, what leads us to do or not do things. So you want to counter those things with the truth. So instead of saying, I can't do this, on the other side, the truth, or your affirmation side, you're going to put, I allow myself to do this. I'm allowing and giving myself time to learn how to do this. Let's say you say, I'll never have enough money. You want to put on the other side, I have more than enough money. Money flows to me from the north, south, east, and west. Okay. Like an affirmation. If you say, I'll never get ahead, you want to change that thought to, I'm bound to succeed. Change that belief. I'm bound to succeed. If you don't quit, you're definitely going to succeed. Okay. Another one, it's hard to get new customers. Well, everyone has skin. Customers are everywhere and they are seeking me out. Okay. Maybe you say, I'll never get this done. I don't have enough time. And the truth of that is, the affirmation side to that is, I have more than enough time to do this. Time is not a factor in Mary Kay. You can go slow, you can go medium, you can go fast. So stop beating yourself up. So that's how you start to overcome those limiting beliefs. Remember, this is going to take time. When you first start doing this, you're going to think like, am I really doing this right? Okay, you're going to question these things, right? But remember, you're training your brain, just like you train your body. You build the muscle in your body when you're working out. You're training your brain. So give yourself time. Another way that you can change these thoughts, or in addition to this, let's go a little bit more into affirmations. So you can change your thoughts by creating positive affirmations for yourself. Let me tell you, all over my house, I have positive affirmations. I have them in the bathroom. I keep them in the shower. I have them on the refrigerator. I have them in front of my computer. I have them everywhere. In my shower, I actually typed up scripture and I turned them into affirmations. So I have, I don't know, there's probably like 20 or 25. I take showers at night. Sometimes I take showers in the morning and at night, but I see those affirmations every day and I speak them out loud. And the most important thing is, like, sometimes you won't really believe what you were saying, like I was saying a minute ago, but it doesn't matter if you believe it. The more you speak it, then it'll get down into your heart. And as it gets down into your heart, it will change your beliefs, which will change your thoughts. So those affirmations are so important. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. And who do we hear the most? Ourself. Our own thoughts, like our self-talk. So it's so important that you're speaking positive to yourself and positive affirmations. Ask yourself, like, some of the things you say to yourself, if you have kids, like, you would never let your kids talk to themselves like the way that we do sometimes. Okay. So positive affirmations is another thing that you can do to train your brain. Another thing is, in training your brain, is capture the negative thoughts. Mary Kay always taught us this thing. It was called counsel. Okay, so let me show you. I gotta put my papers down for a second. So when a negative thought comes in, it's super, super important to catch it and cancel it out. Okay, so let's just say you want to start director qualifications. You want to go into DIQ on February 1st, but you have 0 team members, or you have 2 team members, or whatever it is. And you're like, oh my gosh, February 1st, like, I really want to go into DIQ. I want to, finish a car. I want to walk across the seminar stage as a brand new director. But then this little side of your mind is like, girl, bye. You don't even have no team members. Okay. You want to capture it, cancel. I am a sales director. I am a DIQ on February 1st. I'm going into DIQ on February 1st, and I am coming out as a car driving sales director. So capture the thought, Cancel out the negative thought and replace it with the truth. Replace it with something positive. Okay. So another example is let's say you are, working to book your parties and you're like, oh my gosh, like I want to have, I don't know, 10 parties this month. And you're like, but girl, you don't have nothing on your books yet. Cancel. It doesn't matter that I don't have anything on my books. That can change in a matter of minutes. As soon as I hop on the phone, people are excited. They are on the other end of the phone. They are waiting to talk to me. They are waiting. And if you answer, I am going to book you. Okay. So capture those negative thoughts. This is really, really important because your mind is like a bad neighborhood. Like you don't want to go in there alone. You got to have backup. Okay. So your mind can take you into like an entire tailspin. I mean, seriously, we can create an entire feature film on what's not going to happen. So how about we change that? How about we eject that tape, take out, remember the VHS tapes? How about if we eject that out and put a new DVD in? Let's put a new fresh Blu-ray DVD in there with a movie about how we want our life to look. You guys have heard the stories. You'll hear the stories. You will hear about somebody that joined in January and debuted as a brand new sales director in like March. I mean, like you're going to hear those kinds of stories. So ask yourself, why can't one of those stories be mine? I mean, for real, like for real. Okay. Another thing that's so critical, and I do this every day. All right. I have alarms set in my phone throughout the day to stop and breathe. Okay. If you have an Apple Watch, which I do, I don't have it on right now, but if you have an Apple Watch, there is a setting that you can set your Apple Watch to remind you to breathe. Okay. There's even one that you can remind you to stand up, like if you've been sitting down too long, but it reminds you to breathe. So just take a minute to breathe. It is so important to slow down our thoughts. Our thoughts are constantly running. And so I have reminders in my phone there. The first one goes off at 11 a.m. and it just reminds me to stop and breathe. And as I'm stopping and breathing, it just takes a few minutes. It feels so good. It feels so good to just stop and breathe. Another thing that you want to do is you want to live inside of your imagination instead of inside of your memory. Your memory of things that happened before will jack you up. Okay. They will jack you up, but your imagination, it is so fun in there. Oh my gosh. You can create anything you want in there. So one of the things I do with my imagination is I use it to visualize. And if you've ever heard me teach, I talk a lot about visualizing something, verbalizing it, internalizing it. So you want to use your imagination. I do this for sure twice a day. Okay. So in the morning, before I get out of bed, I imagine myself on the seminar stage. I hear the stage call, and now we have a stage call. Well, all of our $1 million directors and their $1 million units make their way to the back of the stage. And I imagine us going across the stage as $1 million unit. Like I can see it. I'm so excited. And then at night, before I go to bed. Okay. So before I go to bed, I literally put myself to sleep. So I will relax my entire body. I start at my feet. Like I'm imagining my toes relaxing. Okay. Can you imagine your toes relaxing? I imagine my toes relaxing and moving up to my ankles and my kneecaps. Like I literally relax my entire body and I imagine it again. I hear the stage call. I feel the cold air inside of the arena at seminar. I'm seeing myself scooch out the seat. Like I'm getting up. I'm imagining like what color I'm going to be wearing this year on the stage, like all those kinds of things. So it's so important to live in your imagination and not your memory. Remember, your imagination is so fun in there. And you can use your imagination for anything. This is not just a Mary Kay class, okay? So anything that you want, anything that I've ever gotten, like seriously, since I learned how to do this, I have always just imagined it because things happen twice. They happen once in your mind, and then they happen again in reality. But they first happen in your mind. And then you speak it, you see it, you feel it, then it starts to play out. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you, change your thoughts and you can change your whole entire life. Okay. There's power in positive thinking. And Mary Kay always said, if you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right. Let me say that again. If you think, we're talking about thoughts here. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right. Okay. Change your thoughts and change your life. I promise you, it will be the best thing that you can do. Spend this time working on yourself. I know you're taking notes on skill set and that kind of thing, and booking, coaching, selling, team building, and all that. But it all starts here with you being first the person that you're wanting to be. A lot of people think that we have to have it all together, and then we're going to start to do the things we need to do, and then we're going to become this fabulous person. That is not true. It's absolutely the opposite. Be, do, have versus have, be, do. You want to be it first in your mind. You want to be a sales director. Walk like one. Talk like one. Act like one. Fake it till you make it. That's what Mary Kay would always tell us. Fake it till you make it. I remember it was just like, and this is not even on my notes. I remember being a red jacket, like in the meeting. I remember like I'm going to just walk into the meeting and like pretend like I'm a director. Like I was in my red jacket, but in my mind, I was walking in as a sales director. The confidence that I was able to exude from just faking it until I make it. I wasn't a director yet. Even now, I'm not $1 million director on my bar pen, but honey, I am $1 million director. Like it's in all of my being. I mean, like seriously, like I am $1 million director with $1 million unit. I see the big picture. Okay. So be first, be it, be. I can't say it enough. Be it in your mind. And then you will begin to do the things you need to do. Because remember how those beliefs lead to thoughts, lead to feelings, lead to actions, lead to results. So be it first. And then you will begin to do the things that you need to do. And then you will have everything that you want to have and more. Have $1 million day. I hope that I have said something that has helped you to create a new thought in your mind so you can change your thoughts and change your life.